Okay, perfect.
I'm going to start. Trey can come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's meeting of the Architectural Review and Planning Board of December 28th, 2023. And with that, could we have the roll call, please, Renee?
Mrs. Jones?
Yeah.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mrs. Power?
Here.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Here.
Chairman Murphy?
Here.
Let it also be known that present is Town Manager Dunham, Assistant Town Manager Nazaro, and myself.
Thank you. Have we all had a chance to read the minutes of the last meeting of November the 16th? Are there any changes, alterations? If not, could we have a motion to approve them, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Mrs. Jones?
I haven't read them.
Oh, you got it. Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Power?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Yes.
Chairman Murphy?
Yes, thank you. And you can see that as we leap into 2024, the dates for the next 5 months. If anyone's not available for those dates, please could you let Renee know as soon as possible. And now we move on to the public hearing part of our meeting this morning. Has there been any ex parte communication with any of the applications presented to us today?
Nope.
No, not on my part either. Thank you. Renee, could you administer the oaths, please, to anyone who wishes to speak this morning?
Yeah, raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
And with that, we go on to the first application. Mark, the floor is yours.
Good morning and happy New Year and Christmas and all the good things. We were here back in, I think, March of 22, representing, by the way, Mark Marsh, Bridges Marsh Architects, representing Bill and Pam Holding, 3032 Gulfstream Road.
Sorry, Leah was in charge, I didn't know. Okay.
In March of 22, this project was approved unanimously. However, time has slipped by for a number of reasons. One, we filed a permit in Delray and we got to the quagmire of the process there. And the owners got frustrated because they couldn't move in for that season. And so they decided to postpone the project and renegotiate with a general contractor. So that's in process now. But lo and behold, we have obviously expired our 1-year approval. So this morning, I'll just take you through. Some of you will remember this. This is a really cute house. It's one of the last cottages left in Gulfstream. And it's located, as I said, in 3032 Gulfstream Road, tucked away. And what we're here today to discuss is the previous approval of a new garage. It's so small that it never had, I think it may be the only house in Gulfstream that does not have a garage. So the proposal is to add a garage. It conforms. It's a one and a half car garage, basically, for golf cart and car. You'll see the plan. We meet all the setbacks, all the criteria. If you continue, we are planning to put a new roof on, and we're attempting to put a slate roof on. Again, that will be much more in keeping with the style of the house rather than asphalt shingles. So we're still working on that. And this is what we're proposing, just very simple. The garage addition, and then we are going to do a overdoor element of the front door again, just to give it a little bit more definition as to the entry. The windows and doors will be changed out to depict what's there, basically, just replacements. You can see front, the existing and proposed. And again, the garage addition, you'll see there on the bottom. And then more importantly, if you could continue just to the rendering, I think this will show what we're hoping to achieve. this time around, if we are granted the permission. I must introduce, he'll be coming up behind me, Dustin Mizell from Environmental Design Group, who are the landscape architects. There was very limited landscape architecture, obviously just some embellishments to the driveway and a little of the foreground planting, but very little under this phase of the approval. So Dustin will get a little bit more detail and a little bit more expensive after I'm finished. So with that, that's my,
Are the roof trusses original? Can they handle the weight?
yes, they're 2x6s,
Oh,
actually hand framed.
wow. Okay.
And when the neighbours were notified of this reapplication, was there any feedback from neighbours about this?
We did have one neighbor come in to look, and then I asked if everything was okay, and they said, yes, they were just being nosy neighbors.
No, not about nosy. I think, if something's going on next door to you, you want to know about it. Great, thanks, Renee.
So,
It's a fabulous little house. I'm glad to see it.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It is.
And they really, they're from up Massachusetts and they
They can appreciate it.
appreciate
Yep.
acquaintance of this.
Okay. Landscaping?
But if you want to do.
Do you want to do both? Yeah,
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Justin come up.
yeah,
All right.
fair enough.
Why don't we at least approve the architectural first and then,
I know, how about we put it to a vote?
pardon?
Yeah, sorry, Mark.
Which one? Is it
It's
24 or
the
25 are we approving?
It's
23, 24, 25.
It's the first.
The first one.
Yeah, it's the wrong way
It's,
around. They were
Okay.
presented to us the wrong way around. We were on.
25.
This
24.
No,
Is it tied together?
It's,
They are not tied together because you told
They're
me to
not
keep them
tied together.
separate.
Yeah,
You wanted them separate.
Yeah, if you want to wait, then have.
You want me to read
Justin-
them?
Yeah,
I've got them right here.
we got them
I'll-
here, don't
I'll
worry.
read 'em.
Okay, there's two,
Okay.
sorry.
And that's very much.
He just presented 2325.
Yeah,
I know, but do you want me to do that one first and not the demo one? Because we haven't done the landscape review, which is
that's next.
Trey,
next.
So
So I think we should do the demo
I think we
first.
should do.
Right?
Well, what we've got here is, we should do the demo because you're going to demo it to get what you're doing.
Right.
it was a little convoluted because Mark wanted them separated,
Aha.
just in case he didn't want to do one thing at one time and one thing at another, but he wanted to have the whole year to be able to come before you.
Okay.
So he wouldn't have to come before you again. He could just apply for the permits. So we didn't know what he wanted on
Yeah,
one or what he
I
wanted on the other.
understand.
And we
So
paid 2 fees too. Important.
they did pay
Well-
2 fees.
Well done.
I tried to put it all on one,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Demolition. Yeah, okay, let's make a decision. Although on the agenda it was presented in the order you're presenting it, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
To not have the application for the demolition permit and the clearing permit, etc. So, yeah,
so I would say that we should table this application 2325 and hear 2324 and then reopen the hearing for
Okay.
2325.
could we have a motion to do that, please?
I'll make a motion to table that and hear 2325.
2324.
2324.
I second.
Okay,
Good morning. Dustin Mizell, excuse me, with Environment Design Group. Hope everyone had a nice holiday and looking forward to the new year. The bulk of the work really isn't in the backyard, as Mark mentioned. The front yard is just an extension of the existing paving really to meet the new garage. But in the backyard, we're proposing to remove the existing pool. It's an organic shape, doesn't really relate to the architecture at all. They just have some elements that really break up the backyard. So we're proposing to demolish the existing pool, the pool deck, all the hardscape elements. There's a beautiful, very large mature ficus tree that we are keeping and working into the design. And you'll see here in a second.
no, I don't have that one.
Oh,
You only have one on here.
we've got,
You did not send me, you didn't give me a presentation for the second one.
yeah, Renee, did you get it from Nick, maybe from my office?
We've got
we have a hard copy, yeah, we have the hard copy if you
Yeah,
want,
hard copies,
if
yeah.
you want to talk to,
Okay.
talk to that hard copy, we've all got hard copies or access to them, sorry, Mandy.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that accommodation there. So as you can see in the back, the new pool is going to, it's more appropriate scale, relates to the architecture, a little spa feature centered on the glass as you enter the house. So it really relates and adds a little bit of design element. Very clean in the backyard. Also to a pergola structure, which meets all the setback requirements. And you can see, as well as you move to the landscape plan, that we're going to relocate a few palms that are existing and then embellish, what is really not there. There's not much but lawn, and enhance that. And you can see as you continue on some existing photographs of the property as is now. Again, nothing much in the front really is changing. It's just integrating the new extension that Mark mentioned. And as you go to the sheet 6.1, you can see the backyard is just a lawn, an existing hedge, and some sprinkled palms, which we are relocating. And you can see the specimen tree, which we're keeping and working around. And then you can see the existing hardscape and the pergola and the little barbecue structure, and which is nothing of any type of architectural significance. So it's really about just now that the house will be cleaned up and reorganized to do that in the backyard and give them what's really usable for their family.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thanks.
Renee, the aforementioned neighbour saw this as well, yeah?
They did.
Good. Okay,
Thank you.
in that case.
2325, this one?
Yeah.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve a level 2 architectural site plan to permit the addition of a new single-car garage and driveway to an existing residence, a 15-square-foot foyer of the front door, and the replacement of the asphalt shingle roof to a slate tile roof.
A second.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Power?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Yes.
Chairman Murphy?
Yes,
Now from here?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
moving on.
that was the demolition permit. Yeah.
This is, yeah. So ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to approve a demolition permit to remove certain existing structures, including existing pergola, pool, and deck. I'd like, oh, you want to do them all individually?
Yeah, individually.
I second.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Power?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Yes.
Chairman Murphy?
Yes,
I'd like to make a motion to approve a landing clearing permit to clear existing vegetation to allow for a new pool, deck, and pergola with outdoor kitchen.
I'll second.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Power?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Yes.
Chairman Murphy?
yes,
I'd like to make a motion to approve a level 2 architectural site plan to permit a new pool, new pergola, new hardscape, and associated landscape improvements.
I'll second that.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Power?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Yes.
Chairman Murphy?
yes.
Thank you for accommodating the mix-up there. I apologize. All the best for the new year.
See you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
And with that, we move on to the third application this morning for the plot 3.
Which one are we doing?
Blue water.
Blue water.
Yep, 16.
Okay,
Good morning.
good morning.
I'm Luis Rivera with Affinity Architects. I'm here to talk about Blue Water Cove Lot 3.
While she's searching, can you remind me what lots have, that the 3 houses that are there now are on?
It's Lot 1, 2, and 14.
So this is 3?
Lot 3.
Okay.
You said 1, 2, and 14, right?
Are being constructed right now.
Okay, the first 3. Okay, so you're gonna go. Yep.
And I believe we also have 3 approved plans as well. And those are 4, 11, and 12.
No, 4, 12, and 13.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, 4, 12, and 13, okay.
What is that, the next ones?
4, 12, and 13 have also already been approved through permitting, through zoning. So we do have a total of 6 that have been approved. 3 are in the process of construction. I think Greg is COing one this afternoon. So this will be the 7th house of the 14.
My apologies, but we've had server issues since last Thursday. It's just spinning. It's not going to come up. So if you can just look at your,
Okay.
you'll have to, I'm sorry. I downloaded this morning, but it's not coming up now.
Yeah, no, that's, so our apologies. We have been without internet and we have had, like Renee said, server issues. So
Okay.
bear with us and we'll
Okay,
handle this.
we'll go old school
North Korea.
because we have the pack in front of us. If you can talk to that, what we have,
Yeah.
that would be great.
So lot 3, we have presented before and it had some, you guys had some comments on it in terms of looking like the original styles. So we completely reworked this style and changed it to a Georgian style.
Do you recall what the original one was?
Yes, it was a
West Indies?
Bermuda.
Oh, Bermuda,
Yeah,
okay.
is that one, Bob?
Okay. Oh, yeah, very good.
Thank you.
So we reworked all the detailing on it, all the roofs, entry, to differentiate it from all the other styles that we have in that community. We,
If you can give us the reference sheet you're on and then we can.
right now
follow.
I'm on A5 on the elevations, front and rear. And I was just going to talk about how we worked on reworking the entry.
Yeah.
Reworking the entry, the cable from hips that we used to have. And I don't know what that was. So, yeah, like I said, we added shutters all around the house. We reworked all the detailing to obviously reflect a Georgian style. We changed the colors to be more unique from the existing and upcoming styles.
Colors,
Yeah.
what are the colors going to be? Cream and tan or something sort of. The shutters, one of these, the shutters. You know what the shutter colors are going to be?
The shutter color should be on the rendering. I'm not sure if that could be brought up, but
Trim?
on the rendering, it says the color
Yeah.
of the shutter.
Yeah.
And the roof color is of concrete tile?
It's a gray. I have
Concrete.
it.
What was that? So that's trim.
Trim.
Okay.
It's going to be a grayish.
It is more muted than y'all had asked for.
Yes.
Is it the
Yeah.
flat, or does it have those little,
It's flat.
these, the renderings? Okay, all right. They do make those tiles that have those,
Ripples, yeah.
Yeah, but I like them both, but.
And then just to pull it together, we've got the gray, driving the hallway.
Okay.
And did we determine?
What's the dark color, the garage doors?
Front door.
Front door?
Yeah.
And the shutters? Okay, yeah, no problem.
Also, what's the material going around the front door? The surrounds?
Stucco?
That's just stucco or is it?
Oh, it's probably going to be a stucco band.
Band.
Just on the north elevation, are we okay on the percentage of glass?
Sorry?
Do you know what the percentage of glass?
Yeah, it's 36%.
Okay.
It's on the
Yeah, I was just looking for it. Where?
on the on that north elevation
Got it.
underneath the
Yeah.
title.
Got
I
it.
don't think we got this.
It's just
Oh,
that.
that-
Thanks.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. Just wanted to check that it's below the 40. I asked this about the other presentations we had on the other houses, there's a 6-foot privacy wall next to the master bathroom.
Not on this
Not on
one.
this one.
We changed everything to be 4 feet,
4
nothing
feet.
higher than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. When we get to the landscaping, you can still see it, I think. And I know we're jumping ahead. It's just a question of, if that's an outdoor shower, it's the question I had before.
4 feet a little low.
On the, he says on the elevations, you can see this.
Maybe not.
It should be 4 feet.
On the landscape plan, it's labeled 4-foot garden wall.
Yeah.
And we have a 6-foot high hedge going around.
Okay.
Okay, this was an oversight on the elevation.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, it was just a point I wanted to address. Okay. Sorry, please continue.
Yeah, well, that's about it in terms of, if you want to go to the other elevations, it's just a continuation of, and that's on the page A6, the west elevation, you can see that the wall is 4 feet.
Yeah. Can't see. Yes, got it.
Yeah, and then the rest is a continuation of the detailing, shutters were, in some of the windows, except for the transom, of course. And that's about it.
Yep.
We're trying to differentiate each model from each other. When it comes to driveways and pathways, we're trying to make them unique from the driveway to the front door.
Yep.
One of the comments on the other ones was that why
The
we're,
straight
Yeah.
to the side.
we're trying to make them more organic and different from.
And as you can, and the only access from the sidewalk here is the driveway and then go to the
Correct.
front door, which helps differentiate.
Sure.
Yep, understand that. Okay.
And Mr. Chairman, I might have missed it. What did you say the color of the garage door is?
The garage door is white.
Okay.
Are there any more questions from the board? Staff? In that case, could we ask for, and thank you for coming back to us to the point we raised at the meeting of the 28th of September.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve a level 3 architectural site plan based on a finding that the construction of a 5,435 square foot Georgian 1-story single-family dwelling with a 2-car garage and swimming pool meets the minimum intent of the design manual and applicable review standards with the following condition. Any minor modifications to the approved landscaping shall be submitted to the town manager for review and approval, and any major modification shall be brought back to the ARPB for review and approval prior to commencement of landscaping.
Second?
I'll second it.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Power?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Yes.
Chairman Murphy?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank
And
you.
to you, and to you. And now we move on to our 4th application of the day.
I don't have.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
It is in me anything. They do have the hard copy, yeah. That's okay.
Can we get the,
Back.
yeah.
I'm keeping it.
I keep that too every time we get one in front of us.
That's smart.
Do.
We should ask for them to bring it back.
That's a good idea. Very good idea. Sorry about that. The floor is yours.
Good morning, Dustin Mizell again with Environment Design Group. On behalf of my clients, Charles and Laura Compton, for 4120 North County Road. We were here several months ago for site plan review. It was approved with 2 conditions. One, we had our proposed pergola encroaching within the 15-foot setback. We agreed to move it out conditionally. And also we agreed to remove the fountain that was along the south property line.
Yep.
We were advised that we could come back with a special exception and ask for 2 special exceptions. And that's why we're here this morning. The first would be to have the pergola set at the 13.2, I believe, I have it in front of me, as opposed to the 15. So it's a 1.8 encroachment into the setback. And again, that fronts the club, the golf course. So there's no adjacent neighbors that would be impacted in any way by that. And so we're here to ask for that 1.8 foot exception. And then as far as the south property line, our client really would like to integrate the fountain into the design. So we had the opportunity to come back and ask for it to be set back 5 feet. It will have a site wall, will not be visible. Landscaping will be behind the site wall. I think the sound of the noise is probably pleasant for both properties. So we're here this morning knowing that it needs special exception because it doesn't meet current code. So that was our request here this morning. Thank you.
Okay.
Neighbors, any comments from the neighbor to the south?
No,
They were notified though.
yes, everyone was notified. In fact, it's the 600 feet now. So
Oh,
So-
so
it was, that was
people.
more than 300 letters went out. Yeah.
As long
Wow.
as,
Okay. It seems pretty straightforward in terms of what
Okay.
we found.
Go for it.
In that case, if there's no questions, please could we have a motion?
Well, let me-
No, sorry, Bob.
let me just
Sorry,
ask
Bob.
a question about the water fountain feature. The mitigation, shall not operate between the hours of 11 PM and 7 AM. What is that gonna be, a letter agreement, or how do we know that that's gonna be enforced?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry.
So it is a condition of approval and noted in the motion. So,
It is
yeah,
in
we
the
would,
motion.
right,
Okay.
we would enforce it that way.
Okay.
And our timers will.
It's a good
set that
point.
way.
Yeah.
Neighbors, neighbors,
Yep.
neighbors.
Yes, and we'll set our timers that way. And if
Yeah,
there's any
of course.
issues,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The pergola's on the golf course, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, good, thank you, sorry. I didn't-
No, it's good. It's good, Bob.
All right.
I noted that he said 13.8, but it's 13.
13. It is 13
I'm
on the
sorry,
flag.
I'm sorry.
I know you don't have it in front of you. I just want to make sure that it's
Yep.
clear.
On the record.
Yeah, okay. I'll make a motion to recommend approval of a special exception to reduce the fountain side setback from 12 feet to 5 feet pursuant to section 70-75B with the condition that the fountain not operate between the hours of 11 PM and 7 AM.
Second.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Power?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Yes.
Chairman Murphy?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend approval of a special exception to reduce the minor accessory rear setback from 15 feet to 13 feet for a pergola pursuant to section 70-75 special exception setbacks.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Power?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Yes.
Chairman Murphy?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to recommend approval of a level 3 architectural site plan based on a finding that minor improvements to the pooled garden area with a pergola and water fountain feature meet the minimum intent of the design manual and applicable review standards.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Power?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Doherty?
Yes.
Chairman Murphy?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful new year, everyone.
Thank you very much. And so with the applications completed, any items from staff
No,
to the board?
no, sir.
Trey?
We have made it a policy to update the ARPB when we have amendments to approved applications. None come to mind at the moment, but we'll continue to keep you apprised of any changes.
Okay, thank you. Anything from the board?
Anything on the agenda so far for January?
No.
No.
I'll tell you why I'm smiling after the meeting. Any communication from the public? Chet, is there anything you want to say?
No, I just want to come find out what Wednesday looks like.
Fair enough.
I'm here.
No. Okay, I haven't gotten it yet, so.
Okay, thanks, Chet. And with that, I'd like to adjourn this morning's meeting and wish everybody a very, very happy 2024.
Thank you.
Thank you.